Yes. Hello Aryan, how are you? Right. Okay. So welcome all to the class. So yes, today I'll be discussing, right? Today I'll be discussing the two pertinent modules of your IELTS exam, right? Today and tomorrow we'll be discussing some of the tips and tricks how to get higher bands in your IELTS score, right? So today we'll be discussing about two pertinent topics. One of them is the listening one, and the second one is reading. So tomorrow we'll have a session on reading as well as tomorrow we'll have a session on writing as well as speaking. So before I started with the class, uh, a bit of promotion of the upcoming batches on Unacademy IELTS. So you guys can see this is the leader batch for IELTS, where you guys have all the modules being taken by top educators at Unacademy and India's top educators. So you guys can see batches with India's top educators are going to be happening every month, right? Every month it is going to be there. Yes, it is also one of the best platform for IELTS preparation, right? And also you guys have one feature which is not being seen in anyone, and which is the hands-on feature, where you guys can have direct conversation with your educators, where you guys can have direct conversation with your educators, right? So you guys have more than 20 plus courses every month, general as well as academic training. Both of them will be covered here. 10 plus mock tests, dedicated doubt solving classes. So if you guys want to buy the Unacademy subscription for IELTS, just use my code SAIELTS, right? By using my code, you guys will be getting 10% off on the Unacademy IELTS subscription, right? Yes. So let us move on to this. Okay. Yes. In batch, no, you have to buy the subscription, Baba. If you buy the subscription, you'll be getting tuition, right? You'll be getting free on tuition, hands-on mode. Yes. So hello Devashi, hello Aryan, hello Pranav, right? So let us begin with it. Okay. Yes. So today I will be speaking about the first pertinent batch, that first pertinent branch of your IELTS exam, which is the listening, right? The listening batch, listening module, right? I have told all my plus users, also most of the students, that this is one of the modules where you guys can score full band score easily, right? In listening you guys can easily score full band score easily, right? You have to just concentrate, you have to just concentrate. Okay, you have to just concentrate in the listening module. You have to just concentrate properly to whatever the orator tells, and you guys will be ready with your this, right? Yes. So all of you know, speaking will be covered because we have a special feature called as the hands-on mode, where you can have direct speech with the educator. So once you press the hands-on mode, if you buy the plus subscription, right, you can directly speak to the educator and he will be guiding you wherever you are going wrong. Okay. Yes. So yes, IELTS listening module, it consists of 4 sections, right? How many sections are there? There are a total of 4 sections, and there are a total of 4 sections, and the last section is going to be a full-fledged audio, right? The last section is going to be a full-fledged audio, and the other 3 sections you guys will be having gaps in between, so that you can easily go ahead. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. So most of them will tell IELTS listening is the most difficult section to go for, right? No, IELTS listening is the most easiest section, because here you guys have the idiosyncrasy of getting confused, but you guys, if you are concentrative, if you are pura attentive, you guys can easily score around 37 to 39 marks easily, right? 37 to 39 marks can be scored easily, right? What you guys need, you guys need lots of practice, right? You guys need lots of practice. If you need have this lots of practice, right, you guys will be done. Okay, there's only one listening section, right? There is only one listening section. Okay, right? There is only one listening section, that is the section 3, right? You are very likely to get confused with the voices and the conversation going on, right? Especially I'm talking about the listening section 3. You're very likely to get confused with the voices and the conversation going on, which may become cumbersome for you to catch up when you are trying to relate the audio with the question, right? Because the listening section 3, it will be a mixture of everything, right? You guys will be having MCQs, you guys will be having sentence completion, and listening section 3 is basically going to be a fast conversation. If you guys have seen in my classes also, most of the times the listening section 3 we will be doing, right? Yes. So we are going to have a fast paced audio there, right? Sometimes your people also tell, sir, try to slow it up. Okay. Yes. Third part is very confusing, and third part is going to have a fast paced section, right? There will be fast pace, there will be a fast pace, so it is very confusing, the third part. Okay, why? Oh, it's fine, Aryan. I think this was your first attempt, right? Okay, it was your first attempt. You got in mock test. You went for IELTS mock test. Acha. Okay. Yes. So listening 1, 2, 3. I won't be listening 1, 2, 4. I won't be giving you guys any tips to go for it. Right. I won't be giving any tips for you guys to go ahead in 1, 2, and 4 because these are most easy. You guys can easily write down the answers. It is only listening section 3. Okay, so let us discuss in today's class, let us discuss in detail how to crack the section 3 of the IELTS listening test, right? How to crack the section 3 of the IELTS listening test. So you guys can see in the IELTS listening test section 3, right? So basically if I talk about the section 3 here, right, in the section 3, in the IELTS listening section 3, the most common question, that the most common questions are going to be your table completion, right, your MCQs, right, your table question MCQs, your matching headings, right, your flow chart or diagrams, right, map diagrams, right? Okay, so these are going to be the most prominent questions asked in the section 3 of listening, right? Table completion, MCQs, matching heading, and flow chart or diagrams or the map reading questions, right? However, form filling and sentence completion questions are not usually seen in this section, right? So you guys might ask the question, so form filling comes only in the first section, right? Form filling is the most easiest section, right? Form filling and sentence completion questions do not are not seen in this section of the paper, right? Yes. So to approach the above question types, the question types I've already listed for you people here: the table completion, the MCQs, the matching headings, the flowchart diagrams. How to approach these questions, right? To approach the above question types, there are some unique tips for you people to be kept in mind. Okay, well, the basic things is that you have to concentrate more while attempting the section 3 in the listening test. Okay, remains the same for all kinds of questions, right? Let us discuss one or two, three approaches which you guys can adopt, especially for the listening section 3, right? Because listening section 3 is the most confusing section and section 1 is the most easiest one. Section 1, when I give it in the practice classes also, most of them score 10 out of 10 in the section 1, right? Section 3 is going to be a more testimonial, right? It is going to be more confusing, right? Yes. How to tackle this section and how to go ahead with the MCQ types of question paper. How to go ahead with the MCQ types of question paper. The first keyword for you people, right? The first tip for you people is underline the keywords, right? Underline the keywords, right? Underlining important keywords in the question paper is the most effective strategy for you people, right? Yes, underlining the important keywords, right? So when you're going for MCQs, right, if you have an MCQs, right, so let me take a simple question paper, right? Joy has been working in the hospital for 3 years, 2 years, 1 year will be the question. Joy has been working in the hospital for 3 years, 2 years, 1 year will be the question. And what you guys have to go, right? What you guys have to go, right? Joy has been working in the hospital. What will be the keyword there? What will be the keyword there, people? The keyword is going to be working, right? Working is the keyword. So Joy has been working. So remember working as the keyword, right? The questions will be right in front of you. As I already told you people, the questions will be right in front of you. The audio will be playing here. Working, the keyword, right? Match it, give the right answer, right? Joy has been this. Okay, yes. So that is what I'm telling. Underline the important keywords in the question paper. This is the most effective strategy for solving the IELTS listening practice test. For this, you can utilize 1 minute given to you prior to listening to the audio conversation, right? So how to this, right? So before the audio conversation starts, right? So section 1, you have 20 minutes to answer this question. You have 20 questions, right? You will be hearing this one, right? So before the actual audio starts, you guys will be having a timeline. You guys will be having a timeline of 1 minute. Take that timeline of 1 minute and mark or underline the keywords, right? Underline the keyword so you can all this. Okay. What if you are having a difficult type of MCQ, right? So the previous one was easy, right? Joy has been working for the previous one was easy. What if you have a different or difficult type of MCQs, right? Joy was successful in this business because he recruited 100 more employees. he was highly qualified, he had lots of investment, right? All these things will be there. Joy was successful in his work. Successful, that will be the keyword, right? See the three MCQs. What are the keywords I can see, right? Investment will be one keyword. He gave hundreds of them job. He recruited thousands of people, right? Yes. So in these questions, always in the MCQ questions, mark your keywords. In that 1 minute where you guys get the free time, mark your keywords, right? Mark your keywords. So what is this, right? What are some of the essential tips I can give you people, right? Always, always listen to the introduction and example, right? Now the example question has been eliminated in your IELTS listening. So you guys might know the recent IELTS listening. So you guys might know that the example question has been eliminated. So before you guys were getting the example question, right? So now you guys won't be getting the example question. So there will be no page numbers also. There will be no section numbers also, right? Question sections also won't be there, right? This example question is also, it is recognized, okay? So listen to the introduction audio more properly to able to recognize different voices, okay? Yes. So what you guys have to do, right? Listen to the introduction properly. This introduction is nothing but going to be your friend all the times, right? If you clearly listen to the introduction person or the introductory orator, if you listen to him clearly, you can clearly inherit the base voice. You can clearly understand the base voice of the other orators also, right? While focusing on the underlined keywords in the question, when you're underlining the keywords, right, it is also important to understand the question. Most of the people, they do not even understand the question. I have been telling you guys, IELTS listening is nothing but a logical listening, right? They don't give you hypothetical or illogical answers. They don't give you hypothetical or illogical answers. Understand the question. What is the question? Logically, what might be the answer for this question? Read the question, understand the question. Logically, what might be the answer for this question? That will only be the answer, right? Yes. Please use the 1 minute given properly, right? Please do not vagabond, right? Please do not vagabond the time there, right? Most of the people, 1 minute time will be there and they will be sitting like this, right? Please do not do this. Utilize that 1 minute clearly, right? Use that 1 minute to get an overview of the section, right? Why you have to use this 1 minute to get the overview of the section? It will help you familiarize yourself with the questions. That 1 minute is given, right? See all the 10 questions of the section. See all the 10 questions of the section. You guys can clearly find it out. You guys can fly. This 1 minute will help you get the overview of the whole section, right? Yes. Sir, 4 section is easy, but there is lots of content. Yes, part 4 listening, because it is a full-fledged audio, right? So you have lots of content in it, okay? I didn't get time to read options. I only able to read questions in given time. Why don't you get time to read options? You'll be getting 1 minute of time, right, Pranav? 1 minute of time, you can easily read the options, remember, right? Try to practice more. Try to practice more, okay? Yes. Some more tips for you people, right? Remember that while listening to the audio, you have to be quick enough to move your eyes all over the questions as well as the options, okay? Yes, you have to be quick. Sir, how can we be quick? Practice, right? So a horse is there, right? Does a horse gallop in the first time itself, right? It needs lots of practice. It needs lots of practice to gallop, right? Yes. So remember that while listening to the audio, you have to be quick enough to move your eyes all over the questions as well as options, so that you are aligned up well with the audio, and also there is no chance of skipping the question. What happens? The most silly mistake done by most of the aspirants is they skip the question itself, right? They get so engrossed, to the orator, they'll be listening to the orator and they will skip out the question itself, right? Suddenly you see the 35th question, you don't know the answers for it because the recording has gone, but you have not heard that part of the recording, okay? Please be attentive, right? Please be attentive. You have to be attentive throughout. You have to be attentive throughout, right? There is no chance of skipping the question. Please align yourself well with the questions, right? So in IELTS, if they are asking from 1 to 10, that it goes according to the recording itself, right? So it's not like the first question will be asked at the end or the 10th question will be asked at the first. No, it goes according to the order. The first question is repeated first in the recording. Third question, the third time, right? So that's it. So please do not skip your questions. Please do not skip a questions, right? Even if you remember a bit of the question, that will be useful, right? You can give the answer for it. Okay, lastly, do remember that the information in the audio always flows in the same order of the questions, right? Information in the audio always flows in the same order of the questions. The information in the audio always flows in the same order of the questions, so please be attentive. The questions are not like the fifth question will come after 10 minutes, no, right? It will be flowing around. So if you lack even 30 seconds of wasting time, right? If you are not attentive for even 30 seconds, there might be chances you might be losing the answer for two questions, right? 30 seconds, if you're not attentive to the listening part, you guys may be losing the answer for two questions. Okay, so please be immediately moving to the next question instead of looking back, right? As a pen and paper will be given to you, yes or no? A pen and paper will be given to you. In chance of doubt, write down the answer on the paper, move ahead. Write down the answer on the paper, move ahead, right? Please do not keep on typing the answers soon after the questions are repeated. First, write down your answers on the sheet of paper given to you, people, right? Keywords are there, you know the keywords, mark it down. A is the right answer, B is the right answer, C is the right answer, this is the right answer. Okay, then afterwards you guys will be getting 1 minute of time, refurbish it. Or else, sir, we are not getting 1 minute of time, no worries, right? The listening section consists of 40 minutes. Listening section consists of 40 minutes, but the whole listening part gets over around 30 minutes, right? Whole listening part gets over around 30 minutes, maximum of 35 minutes. You guys still will be left with 5 more minutes. You guys still will be left with 5 more minutes. Okay, yes, it is listening flow is the same in the diagram question. Yes, you guys will be still more left with 5 minutes. Use that 5 minutes, refurbish all the answers, right? Furnish all the answers. Okay, yes. Instead of looking back for any skipped question, do not do this, right? If you are unsure about a marked question, do not waste time. I've seen people, right? So they will give the answer as A, then they will be thinking about the same answer. Was it A? I think it is B. No, 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 it was C. Right? By the time you think A, B, or C, your listening won't have done. Right? You'll get the error message. That is the end of section 1. You now have 2 minutes to answer this question. It will come off. Right? So please do not do this mistake. Right? Once the question is done, leave it off. Right? Because of one question, there are chances you guys might finish off the whole listening section. Right? Some of the sections are only for 3 minutes. Some of the sections are for 7 minutes. Okay? So please do not waste the time. Please do not look back for any skipped question. One small keyword is enough, right? Yes. So the conclusion I'll be telling here is follow the above mentioned tips, right? These tips are enough for you people. That MCQs is the most confusing ones. The other things you guys will write it off anyways, right? Mark diagrams also, map diagrams also. I've told you people, map diagrams always go with the directions, right? Always find out the directions in the map diagrams. Directions, right? North, south, east, west. How is the person entering? How is the person coming back? Okay. Follow the above mentioned tips while you solve the IELTS listening practice test, and for better band score, you can always get enrolled, in our subscription, right? You can go for a personal mentor. Always you can attend my special classes. So if you go to my profile only, right, I have done more than 20-25 listening tests in my profile itself, which are free of cost. So you guys can go ahead, you guys can see those recorded sessions, right? It will be useful for you people, right? So this is what is the tips I can tell you people for cracking the listening module. Now going ahead with the reading module, right? Let us go ahead with the reading module. The next one, tomorrow I'll be speaking in detail about the writing module, right? Reading module, right? Yes. So reading section is considered to be the most difficult section, right? Reading just search Shreyas Pranav. If you have an Academy app, just search Shreyas A. Tomorrow also at 8 a.m. in the morning, you guys will be having a listening test from my side. Okay. So the next 4 days, right? So the next 4 days, that is 28, 29, 30, 31. Next 4 days, every morning at 8 a.m. you guys will be having the listening test from my side. And in each class, I'll be taking 2 listening papers. In each class, I'll be taking 2 listening papers, right? So reading section is to be considered the most difficult section by most of the students, right, who have appeared for IELTS. What are the reasons, right? Lots of reading has to be done in limited amount of time. Yes or no? Right? Lots of reading has to be done in a limited amount of time, and answer as many as 40 questions, and this will be pertained to 3 different sections in limited time, right? So the time is actually comparatively less When you go for the reading module, the time is actually comparatively less, and you have to answer 40 questions which spin around 30, which spin around three different sections. Questions are based on extreme understanding of the text given to you, right? Sometimes the questions require too much understanding. Sometimes the questions require too much understanding. It will be tough for some people to decipher the answers, right? True, false, and all, it's fine. But when you go for the MCQs, when you go for the completion of sentences, it will be tough for people to decipher the answers, right? It will be tough for you people to decipher the answers. Huh? Okay, yes. So what are some of the tips I can tell you people, right? What are some of the handy tips which can help you guys improve your readings? Yes, with proper practice, with proper guidance, and with proper attentiveness, you guys can score higher band in reading also, right? Yes. So the first thing, practice reading test. Okay, reading test requires lots of practice. Reading test requires lots of practice. How to practice reading test? Read anything, baba. Read anything which is legible to understand, right? Read anything such as newspapers, magazines, articles, but try and read fast and monitor how much you retain in the first go, right? How much you remember in the first go, right? So just open up a newspaper, just open up the headlines, right? Read the headlines in a fast manner, then recall the headlines. Understand how much you are remembering here, how much you are understood here, right? So that is how you guys can practice reading, right? Take anything, take any newspaper, magazine, start reading it, and after the end of the reading, understand, right? Analyze yourself, how much you have understood, how much you have remembered, right? Yes. Read familiar English. Please do not read alien English. This is what most of the people do, right? Always read familiar English. They think IELTS is a heavy crackable exam. They think IELTS is a heavy high level exam. They go for alien English. No. In order to practice reading English, it is important that you practice your native English and not necessarily the Western English. IELTS exam, okay? Yes. First, you read the passage, right? Okay, skim through the passage, right? So that is what I'm telling. Skim through the passage. Skim through the passage, right? You guys will be getting ample time. Skim through the passage, right? Fastly reading it. So that habit you guys will be learning from the first tip. That habit you guys will be learning from the first step, right? The newspapers, right? A big tabular newspaper, right? How much will take? How much time will you take for that, right? Maximum 1 to 2 minutes if you learn the art of skimming, right? So that is what. Start reading it fastly. Start reading it fastly. Start reading the words. Then analyze yourself, how much you have retained, how much you have remembered. Why I am telling you people to skim through this? Why I am telling you people to skim through the passage? Because once you see the question, right? The question will be telling, and you guys will understand. This one I read it in the fourth paragraph. You'll see the question. This one I read it in the second paragraph. You'll move on to the paragraph easily. Then go on to the paragraph and find out the answer, right? See, the whole reading question, if you just see the questions, it will be very tough for you people because you people think it might be easy. I'll see the question first, then I'll search for the answers. Time waste, right? You see the question first, then you search for the answers. Time waste, right? Instead of that, skim to the passage. When see the question, you guys will be like, this is in the fifth paragraph. This is in the fourth paragraph. You'll go there, you'll find it out, right? You'll find out the answer. Okay? Yes, skim through the passage fast. In order to practice reading English, yes, I have told you it is important to practice the native English. Do not go for the Western English. For examples, when you read short articles, reading the ones, right? Please do read the ones published by authors in your country itself. Right now we are in Indian country, right now we are in the country of India. So go for newspapers, magazine articles which are written by Indian authors. Do not go for books. Do not go for books or magazines written by Western authors, right? So do not think like that. Okay, I'll read Western novels, I'll read American novels and all, my English will become better. No, it's not like that. Please do read and write native English itself, right? Yes, right? Reading the books written by the authors of our country is absolutely fine. It is better than forcing yourself to read the ones published by American or Australian authors. They won't have any added advantage to you people. They don't, apply any added advantage to you people. Aram se you can go further, right? Aram se you can go further and read the articles written by the Indian authors, right? Yes. Do not read aimlessly. Most of the people do this mistake. Do not read aimlessly. What is this? Okay. A reading test is actually trying to judge three things, right? What are those three things? It judges your scanning ability. It judges your analyzing ability. It judges your inferring skills. What is inferring skills? You guys might know which of the passage best suits this sentence. What does this passage infer? What does this passage is trying to tell? Right? Yes, three things: scanning, analyzing, and inferring skills. For example, you should be able to scan the entire text for a particular number or word quickly. Right? That is the reason I told you skim. Skim throughout. So the question is asking about a doctor. The question is asking about a doctor. So you guys know in the passage number 3, the word doctor is there, right? Your eyes should take you to that word doctor. Yes, your eyes should take you to that keyword doctor, and that will help you find out the answer, right? Yes. How to make interested in reading? Read lots of books, Baba, right? So start from storybooks, right? If you do not have interest in reading, textbooks and all, start from storybooks. Storybooks will develop this, right? You have lots of comics, right? Buy some good comics, right? Indian comics are there, Amar Chitragatha and all is there. So get those comics, right? You'll develop that interest in reading. Okay. Yes, your reading has an aim, and keep that aim in mind while practicing the test. Okay. Yes, has an aim. What is the aim? What is the main aim of your reading? Higher band scores. Okay. Divide the time based on the difficulty level. This the aspirants need to understand. Divide the time. Yes, it is a fact that the difficulty level increases as you progress. The difficulty level increases as you progress to the next section, right? Divide the time accordingly. So I will give you guys a time, right? So for section 1, allot 15 minutes because it is the easier section. For section 2, allot 20 minutes. It is a bit moderate section. And section 3 requires the higher amount of time. Please do allot 25 minutes here, right? Yes, 15 minutes for section 1, 20 minutes for section 2, and 25 minutes for the last section. The decreasing the difficulty ability also goes the same manner, right? Yes. The fifth one, the trick. What is the trick, sir, here, right? Yes, for comprehensions, go quickly to the questions first, right? For comprehensions, so when you read comprehension passages, keep underlining the important parts and use these underlined parts directly to answer the question. So Aryan, if you still have your plus subscription, you can go ahead and watch my reading plus course, where once you guys were giving the answers, I used to underline some parts of the answers. I used to tell you guys this part of the answers has to be underlined, right? So while skimming to the whole passage, in the first passage itself, some of the keywords I was underlining it, right? I was underlining some of the keywords. Why? Because these keywords will help you come back to the paragraph, will help you come back to the question, help you come back to the question. Okay, so please do underline. Quickly go to the questions first, right? Yes, so when you are reading this, quickly go to the questions. What are the questions? Take the keywords from there, and when you are reading the passage, when you are skimming the passage, you'll get it, right? Connect it directly, connect it directly. Always keep underlining the important parts, and these underlined parts will take you directly to the questions. In lots of instances, you have sufficient time to read a passage more than once. Act smart, right? So it is not like you don't have time to read the passage only. There are lots of instances where you guys get a sufficient time to read the whole passage more than once. Okay, that time will be available for you people, right? Yes. The sixth one, there is bonus. What is this bonus? There is no negative marketing, right? Sorry, not marketing. There is no negative marking, right? There is no negative marking for any questions on IELTS, right? No negative marking is allowed. You guys will be positive marking. So attempt all the questions. Do not leave any questions. Okay. Yes. The seventh one. Do not jump. Most of the people, they will try to jump between the sections or jump between the questions. Do not try it. Attempt it in the same order, because this also follows the same listening rule, goes in the same order. Do not directly jump to the body of the passage without reading the headings. Many of the students do this mistake, right? They just skip out the introduction. They start reading so if there are A to G passages, so they will not read ABC. They'll start D, E, F, G, like body of the passages, and they'll leave off the conclusion also. Do not do this. Do not do this mistake. Do not directly jump into the body of the passage without reading the headings. Headings and subheadings should be read very carefully, as they give you guys enough ideas or vague ideas to what the passage is all about, and help you people understand the structure of the passage. Okay, understand the structure of the passage. So please do not jump, right? Read it thoroughly. Please do not jump from introduction to body or introduction to conclusion. Don't do this. Okay. Yes. Do not panic while you see some difficult words. Many aspirants face this problem. They see one difficult word and they start panicking there. Do not panic when you come across a difficult word whose meaning is not known to you. IELTS texts do contain the IELTS text or the IELTS section, they do contain certain specialized words. However, you can use the entire text to guess the meaning of the word, right? I'll tell you people, just a word is there, embezzled or bedazzled, any word is there, right? That might be tough for me. That word is tough for me. But when you understand the whole sentence, you guys will understand what does this mean. The whole sentence, I was embezzled by that person, or I was in a puzzled state, right? Oh, I was in a puzzled state. That means he was confused, right? Okay, so do not panic at those words. Read the whole line. Do not panic at those words. Read the whole line or sometimes the whole passage. You guys, though you don't get the meaning of the word, you guys will have a vague approximation of what that word is about. Okay, of what that word is about. Okay. Yes, the answer of the question will also be in sequence of the paragraph. Right? You'll get lots of questions, right? So from which paragraph is this from? From which paragraph is that from? Right? So those will be also in the paragraphs. They will be jumbled, but they will be in the sequence only. They will be in the order only. A order this question, B order this question. They will jumble it here. Here they will jumble it, but the questions are actually structured in the same way. Okay, do not panic at difficult words, right? You can use the entire text to guess the meaning of the word. Just be alert and focus on the information which is surrounding the word, right? There will be lots of information which will be surrounding the word, right? Focus on the information. It will bring you close to the meaning of the word as possible. Though you won't get the accurate meaning, you'll get the most vague meaning. Okay, yes. The next one, beware, right? Yes, beware. Beware of what? Beware of using wrong spellings, punctuations, wrong singulars and plurals. These three mistakes, do not repeat these three mistakes. What are those three mistakes? Wrong spellings, punctuations, wrong plurals and singulars, right? Beware of using these three mistakes. Wrong spellings, wrong plurals, wrong singulars and wrong punctuations. This will lead to heavy deduction in marks. This will lead to heavy deduction in marks in your IELTS writing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, the last one. Do not go overboard. The last one. Do not go overboard. What does this mean? You have to adhere strictly to the word limits. The first word, they will be telling you 2, 3 words only, 2 words only, 1 word only. Stick to the word limits. Please do not write in excess. Try not to write. Try and avoid lengthy phrases. Try and avoid lengthy phrases. When they are asking 2 words, please do cut it to 2 words. When they are asking 3 words, cut it to 3 words. When you have increased the word limit, it will again, the computer-based test, in the computer-based test, the computer will not be accepting those words. You will have heavy deduction in marks over there also. You'll have heavy deduction in marks over there also. So these are the 10 tips for reading module and the 5 tips of the listening module I have shared with you people. So the half an hour is already over. So thank you guys. So tomorrow I will be meeting you people again. Tomorrow I'll be meeting you people again at the same time, 11 p.m. And tomorrow we will be discussing about 2 more pertinent modules, that is the writing module and the speaking module. Right, that is the writing module and the speaking module. So have a great night ahead. Have a good night. Please to stay safe. Please to get vaccinated and all the best for your upcoming exams. Take care. Thank you. Ta-da. Bye bye.